Just like Chelsea, we took the back half of the season off. We decided March is all we're going to do. We're just going to call it in for the next 3 months. This is Working Title FC. It is Working Title FC. Believe it or not, we are back in the pod. I got to be honest with you guys. I got Senzo and Ryan. They still with me.
Yes.
We are
still here.
They're still here.
Ryan doesn't really have a choice.
I've
been putting this one off for a while.
March 22nd was our last show. March 22nd.
March 22nd.
March 22nd was our last show. Right? We're still talking about Amazon Prime costing over 100 Rand. So we last did a show before Prime was Amazon Prime. Not Amazon Prime. What am I talking about? Prime, the energy drink.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That was
wow.
Yeah.
Now it's old news.
We're still talking about it being 400 Rand a bottle.
Wow.
Now, like, they can't give it away.
Yeah, now it's $40 a bottle and they can't
But
sell
what
it.
did they expect?
No, Checkers went balls in on Prime.
Yeah, they did what Chelsea did.
Oh my God, they've got so
They
much
pulled the
Prime. Have
Chelsea.
you been into a Checkers lately?
Dude.
Let me tell you about that Prime story. Let's just pick that up, right? So much. Listen, this show is going to be long ass.
Yes.
This show is going to be MKT show levels of long.
Yes.
Right? I mean,
It's going to be Godfather 2 levels.
oh
long.
my God, this is going to be an epic because we've got a lot to catch up. Let's talk about Prime. So Prime, obviously Ryan knows. Ryan got very excited. Logan Paul, KSI. Did you see they got Prime bottles thrown at them in Denmark last week?
Yeah,
Yes,
I would
so-
have. I also would have done that.
So I brought this up on the GCS yesterday on Friday. And because Gareth also did this thing where he brought that up, but actually it was a marketing ploy. They asked the fans
It looked
to do
like it, yeah. It did
And
look
then
like that.
it went viral
Also,
on
people-
Twitter and everywhere else. And they got millions and millions
Okay,
of
well,
impressions
fuck
for
that. We're not
free.
talking about it. We're not talking about it. Delete
No,
this shit.
he's deflecting.
No, fuck this. I'm not talking about that. Okay.
Also, you could tell that it was a marketing ploy because people from Scandinavia are very nice.
They
Also,
are very polite people.
Their countries are very clean.
I mean, even Christian Eriksen died and was like, oh, I don't want to cause this is going to cause too much bother.
Called their Lazarus.
Yeah, I'm just going to undie.
I'm such a nice guy. Like, I'm sorry. Like,
What have you guys been up to, Ryan? In the past 3 months since the listeners last heard from you, we've obviously talked way too much and way too late. But
So I stopped watching the football towards the end because it was unbearable.
I don't disagree.
I
I lost interest in the back end of the season, like Chelsea.
Oh, yeah.
Like Chelsea and most of their players.
And I know Sens is laughing because he's got the cynical laugh on him.
it's
but
not a cynical.
No, I think, but Senzo, I'm with Ryan. I completely, so.
it got so boring.
Let's go to Premier League, right? Premier League was interesting
Yes.
until City turned. The momentum went them. They're, okay, forget that.
We called City, though. I just want to say we did call City.
I mean,
It was obvious.
Well, it's not exactly calling Leicester, right?
that's not exactly calling Chelsea.
Then Champions League, once City knocked out Real Madrid.
Yeah, but Real Madrid were a bit tired. Yeah.
Yeah, but you knew, okay, the winner's coming out of those two, looking at the rest of the draw. Serie A was done
Oh,
ages ago. La Liga was done ages ago.
La Liga is a bit, yeah.
You know, the only one left was Germany.
Germany was exciting, though.
Germany went down to the last few minutes.
Dude.
So Germany kept us all going.
Imagine being a Dortmund fan.
Oh, man.
I swear somebody must have died. Like some old man died of a heart attack.
I didn't see anything, but if you don't know...
You remember
so-
I screenshotted it because I was following that game. I remember I watched it.
That game was wild. And it was one of those where I think... So Dortmund went into the game, they needed to just draw. Or at least match
They
Bayern's
needed to match
result.
Bayern's result.
And then they were
Oh, sorry.
actually winning. They drew. Bayern won like in the 99th minute.
Let me tell you
Man.
this time.
So Germany kind of saved us from boredom. Champions League final boring as hell.
Oh, bro.
FA Cup boring as hell.
Yeah.
I got to be honest. I lost so much interest.
The dead are here.
Our City killing football because
No.
they make it so predictable.
No.
You
You know,
think?
I really was hoping that Inter would just stop the treble from happening.
Really?
Like, yeah, dude, come on. And on the game, they were the better team.
You know, but Ryan, you neglect there is a
They weren't a
young
better
man.
team.
There is a young man at Inter Milan who plays in Timberlands, and his name is Romelu Lukaku.
Lukaku.
Man, listen, how do you miss those chances?
He was literally the problem. There were 3 goals I think he got in the way of.
Bro, he's thinking of
Open goals.
He's thinking of WAP.
Unreal.
I mean, exactly because he's up there with Megan the Stallion and Robin the donkey.
She unfollowed him after that game.
Hang out with Jay-Z and stuff, bro. He's left
Damn
the
right.
building.
He's Rock Nation, doesn't want to go to Saudi Arabia. So a lot to catch up. So this is a football show.
Yes.
Hosted by two guys who've completely lost interest in football.
Yeah, well,
Right.
yeah. I haven't lost interest, but with all that's going on, I'm not going to lie to you, I can't keep up, especially with Chelsea. Like Chelsea, and I don't want to get into Chelsea too early because we'll spend a long time on that, but I don't know what's going on.
I got to be honest.
Players
right?
are coming and going.
But you know what?
The books have to balance, my dog.
But you know what? Like I'm in my 40s. I don't get like excited about transfer windows because that I believe is for kids and
Right.
it's nonsense, right? But finally, I'm actually going, okay, well, it's a little bit interesting. At least something's happening and it's not inevitably City winning. You know, the Premier League and I fear that the Champions League is going to become like a Formula One. A lot of hype, and then just every weekend you're just waiting for Red Bull to. You're not even
For now.
well. So this is like
How long did we watch Mercedes? Like it got tiresome because you remember it was okay. The 90s was sort of exciting because you had multiple champions,
Yeah.
you know, and then you got to 2000. Then it was the Schumacher show. Then Alonso did his thing.
Yeah.
Then it was Hamilton for a bit. Then it was Vettel,
Yeah.
and then it was Hamilton. I don't rate Verstappen for the simple fact until he leaves Red Bull. Because we saw Vettel, he went to a proper team and he choked.
Well, that's
Dude, we all know what the pinnacle is.
other way. I don't want soccer to become like Formula One, which I fear
It's going to be, bro.
So,
Super League.
Ryan did some work. Ryan's
Yes.
done some work. So earlier in the season, we did like season previews. We
Yes.
did all the teams. We bundled it up. We did relegations. We made some predictions. And Ryan's done some work. So Ryan, load it up for us.
Okay.
What do you have? The categories. We're going to jump in between them, in between all the shit we got. We got Messi to talk about. We got so much to talk about.
No, we have so much on the agenda.
We don't even have an agenda. We're just going to freestyle it as you're going to hear.
So there's a few comments that we made back then. So we'll jump in as we go. But I think let's just kick off with my biggest mistake of the pod last season. I'm going to play you this clip. Okay.
Here goes Ryan, very gracefully moving around our studio, as you can hear.
Moving like Lukaku.
On my way here, I decided
Oh, he's going into his bag.
I'm bringing out some popcorn
This
because
fucking guy.
Oh, this
you
age
know
well.
what? I know. Now, I'm gonna rub the thing into my. You hear the popcorn, right? So I bought you guys some popcorn because I realized it's time for you guys just to sit back and watch the show because you're not part of it. You're not gonna make top 6. So
Did you beat us last year?
Here's your bags of popcorn.
So hold on.
And sit back
Skits.
and enjoy.
I'm going to ask you
Little
two questions. I'm going to ask you two questions.
That aged really well.
Did you
Wow.
beat us again this season?
No.
So I remember the salty taste of that popcorn. And now the only salty taste I get is from Ryan's tears.
Honestly.
As Chelsea just shat the bed for the rest of the season. So let's start there, right?
Yes.
Ryan's bold prediction. You predicted United wouldn't make top 6.
Won't.
What was your prediction for Chelsea going into
Okay,
the season?
so you did this, Paolo. So in our Man City episode,
All right.
when we kicked off, and actually, just a fun fact, we kicked off the pod. Today's the 1st of July, not trying to date podcast, but we kicked off a working title on the 22nd of July. So we're almost a year in of working title. And so on the final episode of the season previews with the big ones, we did a half an hour episode with Man City. This was my prediction.
Again,
It's deflecting.
Lukaku and his Timberlands moving around.
There we go.
Ryan, what are your hopes for the season and what's your predictions for Chelsea? And what's the wildest thing that you think could happen to Chelsea?
All right,
this
let's go.
season?
Let's hear this.
Just remember, they almost went out of business.
They almost ceased to exist.
They almost
was
ceased to exist
crazy.
last year.
I'm seeing Chelsea at first or second, and I know it sounds high, but I'm telling you, it could happen. I think maybe second, but I'm really hoping sign someone good within the next couple of weeks up front. It could happen.
You're stacked up front.
Right.
No, but-
so Ryan wants second. He wants Cristiano Ronaldo. And what's the wildest thing you think is going to happen to Chelsea this year?
I can't even call it. We've already gone to the wildest thing. If
Wow.
only we knew.
What you know what strikes me there, and I think like we all actually feel this way. What a long ass season! That
Oh my
legit. This season that finished 3 weeks ago, Ronaldo was still playing at Manchester United.
Unreal.
What a long ass season it was. Todd Bowley hadn't lost his fucking mind buying every single player.
We had Cristiano Ronaldo in every damn headline. I mean,
what
Senzo
a-
still had a cardboard cutout
What
of
a
him
long
somewhere.
season.
Always, bro.
It just feels like it got worse. Because if I look back then, we thought the takeover was the worst thing that could happen. Oh, no. I mean, what did we finish?
Not the
12th?
takeover.
Not the takeover, kind of like
Your sugar daddy dying.
Yeah, your sugar daddy kind of being
Exile.
told to piss off, right? So that then Todd and his friends came. Then subsequently what happened is we all know he went ballistic in the transfer market. Has not learned his lesson because
Hey,
the
bro.
boy he signed yesterday, another 8-year contract.
But and with his release clause, they paid even extra.
So
Wait, who are you talking about there? Jackson.
Jackson.
Who the hell is that guy?
No, he's a baller. He's from.
Oh, really?
He hasn't got many games on him.
What
but I
team
did
do you
look
play
up
for?
some.
He's the guy that they bought from the club
What-
that they
what-
bought.
Villarreal.
Uh-huh.
I think he's like 24,
No, he's 22.
22.
Yeah.
So Jackson's from Villarreal.
Yeah.
Who's the guy they want to buy from the club that they bought? Because they bought Strasbourg. And they want to buy somebody from Strasbourg. It sounds
Oh,
like
is that what they
sounds like
did?
it seems like Todd's got two WhatsApps, two phones, and he's WhatsApping himself on another phone. Hey, I want to buy the guy, and he's like, yeah, you can buy him. It's like,
Listen, I'm going to go with the black card again and make a mockery of it. The Saudis are going to bail him out again.
so before we get into the Saudis, right?
Yes.
I mean, we haven't caught up since March,
No.
right?
You mean you or Chelsea hasn't caught up?
No, Chelsea, there's been no movement, right? Lukaku obviously got a bulk deal and Timberlands gave it to everyone. How do you feel as a fan? Because it happened to United the season before that your club so clearly just gave up. Everyone down tools.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone. Because they bring Todd, your boy Graham Potter goes out. That's how long this
And I was
season's been.
celebrating. And I was
Nah,
celebrating.
but it
Do you
wasn't-
remember how many months? So how many episodes on the pod did we actually go on and on about getting him out?
I don't
You
know,
did.
brother.
And I was
You
so
did.
happy.
I loved
yeah,
him.
yeah. No, I know you did.
I love Todd, bro.
You loved the downfall. What are you talking about? You can't say you loved him. You loved the downfall of Chelsea. You
down-
watched it. Yeah.
The current downfall, the spiral is still continuing.
Yeah, no, it's still continuing.
So then Frank comes in. Okay, obviously you grew up with Frank Lampard
Super
posters.
Frank.
Frank Lampard
Yes.
was
Best
your
midfielder.
guy,
Yeah.
right? You're that generation,
Chelsea legend.
right?
Yes.
Frank,
Super
a
Frank.
shit manager.
He
He's a-
didn't care. He's garbage.
That surprised me. He didn't care.
He
All that-
really didn't care.
all that Frank Lampard's time in charge seemed to be is don't make this my fault.
Bro,
whatever
I'm
you-
only here for real.
Like he was very conscious of not tainting whatever shit legacy he has. I mean, it's Frank Lampard. His reputation is so in the toilet. Not even one Saudi club is after him
No, but like he'll keep getting. Do you know he keeps getting jobs in the Premier League?
because he's Frank Lampard.
Well, he's dad and
He's
his
like
uncle.
Steven Gerrard.
No.
I
Steven-
don't even think it's dad and uncle. I
Don't
just
you think so?
I just think Frank Lampard holds so much. Like,
Yeah, he does hold
cachet.
weight.
It's like Stevie G.
Yeah, off
Stevie
his
G
own.
got sacked as well. I mean, that's
No, but
another-
Stevie G didn't get sacked and fall into,
Yeah, fall
Everton
upwards.
job.
Fall upwards.
and then he fell into a temporary. Like for me, right? Okay, cool. The Chelsea situation, cool. Lampard was only there for a while, but you guys ultimately losing Mason Mount is down to Frank Lampard, I rate.
So
That-
before we get to that, okay,
Yeah, no, that's.
let's
Let's unpack.
kind of let's try to kind of go in chronological order, right?
Do you want to hear your guys' predictions before we start going there, or do you want to continue? with the Chelsea thing a bit?
let's hammer Chelsea.
Okay.
I feel we're just getting warmed up.
Hammer Chelsea.
I'm just stretching here.
Honestly,
Yeah, I haven't even started running.
Right, let's go.
So Frank falls upwards 100%, and he ends up. He gets
Dude.
Mudryk, he gets Enzo Fernandez, he gets Joao Felix.
He got everyone we wanted.
You know,
We got everyone we wanted, aside from like I think Neymar.
But he couldn't blame the old god or like. Actually, I don't know.
Because like Tuchel never got a transfer window, right?
He did get a transfer window.
When? What like?
he got one.
He got one.
He did get one.
He got one. So
Jeez.
I mean that's when he bought in. I think he bought Kai Havertz in.
No, Kai
No,
Havertz
Kai
was
Havertz
was there, but Kai Havertz won them the Champions League.
Yeah, right. So okay. I haven't. You got a group of players there, right?
Yes.
So you can't blame the new guys that came in.
No.
Right, and we said at the time Enzo Fernandez is not worth what Chelsea paid for him. And
Neither was Mudryk.
I don't
Neither-
really want to get into player
Yeah.
transfer fees because they're bullshit. They don't.
Yeah.
they don't mean anything.
Also, it depends on what you value. You know what I mean? It's relative.
and the situation in the contract and what
It's all relative.
It's nonsense. You can't like this week Declan Rice and James Maddison profile wise they're identical players,
but the one is a British transfer.
exactly.
He's like the fifth most expensive player ever.
So how do you go? You know what do you do? What do you do? Right. So transfers are bullshit, especially in the context of England. It's nonsense.
Yeah.
It's just making up numbers. So, but you can't blame Joao Felix who's coming there on a loan, Mudryk who's played
He's played like 20 games.
right
No,
in the Ukrainian
16
league,
games.
Shame, eh?
right? And then
Also, it's not his fault. Also, what was he going to do?
He came in for 80 million. I mean, that's like Jack
Well-
Grealish
well,
level.
again, forget the money.
because you guys,
Forget the money.
because you guys, your transfer strategy is very simple. Let's do what Arsenal do.
And I mean, Chelsea should not be paying 80 million for a guy who's played 20 games in the Ukrainian Champions League and ran very fast against Celtic. Because that's basically what they took on. Okay, listen,
They forgot about there's people like Kyle Walker and all that in this league.
we may all look like arseholes in the end of the day on Mudryk. And Enzo Fernandez, I think, will balance out. But you can't blame them for what happened to Chelsea.
Yes,
You got to look at the guys that were there before,
Yeah.
right? So, Ryan, the guys who were there before, let's talk about some Champions League winners,
Yes.
still some league winners sitting there. And they've systematically...
who do you think down tools there?
Well, so here's the thing, Ryan. Who do you think down tools in the Chelsea squad?
When you say down tools,
So
Went
when-
on strike.
So let's start with things weren't working out with Potter early on, and we don't
Yes.
have to wait for the whole season. There was a core group of players, probably loved Tuchel, right? Probably Tuchel acolytes,
yeah.
but very early on they went, fuck this Potter guy. I'm
Who the
downing
hell is
tools.
he, bro?
I'm downing tools for Lampard.
I think the obvious one is
I don't think they would have down tools for Lampard. Lampard's just a garbage manager.
Let Ryan answer because I got a
Yeah.
theory.
I've also got a theory.
well, the first one would definitely be, and I forget his name now, who came from Barca. I forget.
Aubameyang.
Aubameyang. Because he
Aubameyang has
played
never
maybe
been
twice.
near a tool in his life. He is a tool.
But-
Okay, so he downed himself.
But
But he came in for Tuchel.
Okay,
He
he's a
came in for
guy,
Tuchel,
right?
and then
also, Chelsea were crying that they needed a striker.
yes, and then we had him, and then Graham Potter just never used him.
So
or bothered with him.
That's Tuchel one, right?
Yeah. Then, I don't know, like Kai Havertz fired underneath. He had to. There was
not a very warm fire.
No. Well, I mean, he's not a number 9.
No, but even as
But
like
he was put into number 9 position.
Okay, so you think Kai Havertz did Kai Havertz down tools or not?
No, he didn't.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
You don't think
this
so?
is Ryan's thoughts.
I
This is
don't know.
Ryan's
Go
thoughts.
ahead.
I can't think of.
Okay, let me help you out. I'm gonna go through your squad.
All right, let's go.
Mendy. Do you think Mendy down tools?
Mendy was. No, I can't even remember because there was a point where he was playing every game before Kepa stepped in.
But
And then
why,
he just-
why would you drop?
Why is he in Saudi Arabia now?
That's true. I don't know.
So I like where Senzo's going, right? Because
I'm against the fact that he's going there because
Well,
I actually liked
gone.
him better
He's
than.
gone. He's
He's gone.
right, I like where Senzo's going, right? Because the Saudi Arabia guys, and I think we come onto that next.
Yeah, okay. This is not about Saudi or whatever.
Can-
It's
can-
about who's still there.
Can
yeah.
I name 4 players who I think down tools?
Sure.
Right? Because you got to ask the question, and I think the 4 that were guilty, or that somebody looked around that dressing room and went, "Here's trouble." Jorginho,
Yes.
Havertz, Mount, and Kovacic.
Kovacic.
Because why? What other reason? Yeah, you got to balance books. What other reason do you sell 4 such key players, 4 starters?
Marcos Alonso as well.
Yeah, Alonso is
two
actually a
rivals.
good point.
He's Ericsson. Christian Eriksen.
But he went before.
No. Him and Alonso left.
Yeah, okay.
But
But
yeah,
this is also-
yeah.
What I'm saying is that
Yes.
why would you take 4 starters? One of them, Mason Mount, homegrown,
Bro.
being your player of the year 2 seasons in a row. Why do you sell 4 players, 4 starters?
And I think
to
Mendy
rivals?
and then I think Mendy also bought into it as well.
Look, I think the Saudi Arabia thing is very convenient, and I think, yeah, that was a good out. But I think those 4, and you're looking around that dressing room, and listen, let's not discredit, because you got Koulibaly, you got Mendy. Okay,
You got Thiago Silva.
Well, Thiago Silva's still there. He hasn't gone yet.
Yeah.
Thiago
For
Silva's
now.
still there. For now, right? So I think whether it was Bowley, whether it was somebody, looked around this dressing room and go, okay, whatever. We fucked this thing, we shat the bed. But I think there's players complicit in this.
Jorginho was so smart.
And I think when you're looking
I
at
was a
players
fan of
that you
Jorginho.
let go to your rivals with no fuss.
No, yeah.
They tried a little bit with United on Mount, but like, okay, whatever. And I think that when you know it, I look at those 4 and I go, it's not a good look on those 4.
Kovacic saw Jorginho go out the door and he was like, I've got 1 year left. Do I really want to negotiate?
Because you're going to
And
ride.
Kovacic is a hard worker.
And you're
eh?
going
He's
to
a
ride,
baller,
and he's
bro.
going to ride
Brilliant.
bench at City. You know that's going to happen at City. You're going to ride bench.
Yeah, a bit player for because there's no Gundogan now.
I wasn't totally mad at the Jorginho thing because I just thought he was a waste of a player on the
Bro, you
when he
downgraded
was
eh?
playing.
I have never seen Chelsea fans
You-
hate
you-
Jorginho, but
you
I
have
look at him and I go,
downgraded.
No, I
why
never
you-
liked Jorginho. He was only good for penalties.
I don't know.
What?
I don't know one Chelsea
Bro,
fan that does not like him.
Enzo
that
Fernandez.
likes him.
Enzo Fernandez does what Jorginho does.
I prefer Enzo Fernandez.
Worse. At a worse
No.
He
level.
is by far
At
one
a
of the
lower
best
level.
players we have.
You prefer his price tag
No, I like Enzo Fernandez play.
based on what?
On all the goals and assists you got in the back half of the season.
Based on Messi and DePaul carrying him. Based on Alexis
that's very
McAllister.
It's not on Ryan. Chelsea
No, but that's what I'm
supporters,
saying.
They don't like Jorginho. Where you watch him and go,
That guy's a baller, bro.
And then he goes
good
to Arsenal
player.
and he scores all the goals.
He's
there.
a
No,
good
he's
player.
not really playing at Arsenal, but like I would also like.
No, he played 1 or 2 good games.
So we've obviously identified the problem there at Chelsea, right?
Do you know
Too
who the
many
next
players,
is?
How to get rid of them.
Do you know the next 2? Mark my words. Reece James.
Never.
No, he's too valuable.
So was Mason Mount.
No, never
So
near
is
us.
Mason.
I
so is Mason Mount.
I thought he was,
And
but
Ben
he's
Chilwell.
not. He's not.
Watch it.
And who?
And
Oh,
Ben
Chilwell.
Chilwell.
Yeah.
Watch.
We need to watch. We need to keep Ben Chilwell
Watch.
on.
And also Raheem Sterling as well.
Nah, he'll be out the door.
He's still at Chelsea.
Yeah,
He's like, what the hell am I
they've
doing
been
here?
trying to get rid of him. He's next. I'm telling you. That's what I'm saying. Don't even ask me about.
But can
all
you
the
see what?
Chelsea
Can you
transfers.
see what's
It's
going on
crazy.
at Chelsea as well? Can you see what's going on? We've seen this movie with Pochettino.
Yeah, go young. Young, my players.
Spurs 2.0.
Yeah.
Because he knew at PSG what happened. As a legend, he got eaten alive.
But we've also opened up salaries pretty well. We've opened up 100 million salaries.
Bro, you got no money, bro.
Listen, so on that, let's just bring up the Saudi Arabia point quickly. Again, players' salaries and financial fair play and all that shit in high-level football is irrelevant. It doesn't mean anything.
It doesn't exist.
It doesn't mean anything. You know, City on top of their 115 charges this week, mysteriously 30 million shirt sponsorship or some shit appeared.
PSG.
You know what I mean? It's irrelevant.
yeah.
Chelsea have now found this out. And listen, I'm not saying that it's crooked, but we did say,
It is crooked.
you know, so basically what we're referring to is that the people who bought Chelsea, there is an investment fund called Clear Lake Capital, and that Clear Lake Capital, one of their major investors is the Saudi fund, which are buying up all the clubs and the players.
So
right?
they-
And then they
yeah.
come to Chelsea and they take a whole bunch of players overvalued.
Because why? Because how much did Chelsea spend in this last window? And what
Right.
was yesterday?
Right. Okay, so Senzo's the accountant, Jay. He's balancing the books.
I like it.
So, anyway, it's very convenient, and Todd obviously knew somewhere he's got that get out. Because we
Yeah.
said, Todd knows something.
Yeah.
Remember we said,
Of
why
course,
is he
bro.
spending money like that?
Of course. And then you
He knew something, and it was this.
and then you amortize those assets. Sorry
Over 8 years.
to for lack of a better term,
Yeah.
those people aren't like they're not objects, but like you amortize.
well, the contract is.
Yeah. So
Yeah. And you hold the value, you spread it out over 8 years, you dodge financial fair play. It's good business.
Well,
It's good business. It's bringing NFL and NBA style accounting to the Premier League.
Yeah.
And, Todd, he's not broken any rules. He's just found every loophole.
yeah.
He's found the loopholes.
But
We've seen some creative accounting come
Oh my
out of
God.
all the different leagues.
I don't know.
Like Barca, like that. I know we're not going to get there yet, but that Barca deal with Messi that they were trying to do with Inter was just crazy.
Well,
No,
that was
it wasn't crazy. It was they were doing what Todd did. I mean, like it's like no, it's like what. So you remember when David Beckham was at LA Galaxy?
Yes,
Where did he go every December?
I don't know.
Yeah, he went back to
Milan. He played for
PSG.
PSG.
Okay.
So it was just like
Yeah.
it was just one of those things. But but we've seen the Saudi movie before.
You know what? Okay, let's jump into the Saudi Arabia piece,
Okay.
right? And kind of wrap up that thought. So, Saudi Arabia comes out of not out of nowhere.
yeah.
I mean, they went after Ronaldo, but here's the thing, and I'm going to defend my boy Ronaldo here, right? Is that when Ronaldo moves to Saudi Arabia, the narrative is washed up, finished,
Exactly.
money grab, cash grab, right? Oh, nice boys Benzema and Kante go, oh, they deserve it. Last
No,
big
they need
payday.
the money.
Did you see- Have you seen the bullshit narrative? When it was Ronaldo, he's a greedy pig. When it's Benzema, oh no, this is lovely. It's
And
what
did you
he
see N'Golo
deserves.
Kante bought a club?
Well, that's where we are right now. I mean, footballers buying football clubs. I mean, it doesn't end here.
Like I see that.
And that dude from Crystal Palace, Zaha. He
Zaha
also
and-
went half
Zaha
up with a rapper.
And Stormzy
But like-
have bought a
Yeah,
club.
Stormzy.
But like-
That's it.
Wrap your mind around this. Benzema's salary, actually not even Benzema. N'Golo Kante, season salary at Saudi Arabia is more than the entire NFL salary cap.
N'Golo Kante's entire salary alone.
Wait,
for the season.
Are we talking month to month, like overall?
Salary cap for the season. Every team in the NFL is not going to pay their players more than N'Golo Kante combined.
So is he the highest paid player in?
In Saudi,
Yeah.
no, there's a guy called Cristiano Ronaldo.
Well, okay.
Ronaldo's.
So
No, I think
he's still ahead.
it's Ronaldo, and then way
Benzema.
down is Benzema.
Benzema.
Okay.
So you got the Saudis. Then what happens after Ronaldo is what they call it, the guys who own Newcastle. It's a Saudi investment fund.
Yeah,
or
the-
Saudi,
the-
right,
basically the crown prince of Saudi,
right.
MBS.
Then goes and buys 4 clubs.
Yeah, they nationalized 4 clubs. Yeah,
And all of the transfers are happening between these 4 clubs. Now, here's where the thing gets tricky. It's one thing when you're going, okay, Ronaldo, 37 years old, go have a payday. Benzema,
and also you've paid your dues.
you've been doing it, payday. I also think there's a nice element there in Muslim players going to play in a Muslim country.
Yeah.
Okay, and a lot of them have. Benzema said that.
Benzema, N'Golo
I think
Kante,
Koulibaly said it.
Koulibaly, yes.
Mendy said it. So they've all referred, which was a major decision. Ziyech as well. His deal fell
But
through.
God, we
Okay.
can't get rid of him anyway.
Then
I like him and Todd are
and I mean,
there's
what Ryan refers
espionage.
to on Ziyech there is that he was literally at PSG.
Yeah.
He was in the office.
He did the medical.
when the paperwork didn't go through. in
and
January.
it was a Chelsea fault.
Yeah,
Right,
right.
don't worry. You learned that from us with
Where-
the hand, the P, and
Where
the
Saudi
face
Arabia becomes, this is where I get suspicious.
Okay,
Right?
Let's hear
so
it.
let's go to Portuguese players. Last week, everyone's shocked. Ruben Neves, 26 years old,
From Wolves.
who's been scouted by absolutely every big club, Champions League
Dude.
contenders, goes. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Now this thing starts becoming fishy. Now listen, Ruben Neves, I mean, there's a couple of schools of thought. Take the money, bro. Like, I mean, you're at 26 years old. You can go to Saudi for 2 years,
And retire.
secure your family's wealth, and still come back at 28
Oh, yeah.
and pick whichever club you want. Maybe he's probably got to get out somewhere. And then you're going Barca, then you pick your club.
Yeah,
And it's not a money thing. Maybe even it goes back to Porto. It goes back to Porto 28.
Do you know what he could have
Maybe he
done?
buys Porto.
Could have done what Paulinho did. What Brazilian Paulinho did.
Right? He did that.
He left, so he went from Spurs to Barca, then he went to China, and then he went back to Barca.
Yeah.
So
Yannick Carrasco did the same
Carrasco,
thing. You know?
but Carrasco is smart about it.
Yep. Axel Witsel did the same thing with China.
Yep.
So Ruben Neves, okay, that could be a school of thought. There's another player you guys might not know. You'll know the name, but it's a different guy. Jota out in Celtic, not the Liverpool Jota.
Yeah, I've heard
Right?
of him. Yeah.
There's a Jota who plays for Celtic. Best player in the SPL by far.
Source of the SPL, yeah.
Right? Okay, granted. But again, a player that you're going, you know what? He could pop up at Wolves. You know, he could pop up at kind of your could do a job at the current iteration of Tottenham. That sort of guy. He's now gone to Saudi, right? He's going to be playing with Benzema and N'Golo Kante, right?
That I kind of understand, like, yeah, for
Right?
yeah.
Because you get the argument. You're going, listen, Celtic,
also payday.
great club, and it is a Champions League botherer, but the level's not so good.
You're not gonna go.
I'm now going to a league where I can play with Benzema, I can play with these winners, and
Get minted, bro.
we're playing against people. Like I'm playing against Ronaldo. I'm playing the profile, because the Saudi league said they're taking 50 players from Europe. That was their strategy coming out. They said we're signing 50 top class European players, right? So he's going, okay, 50, that's good, right? It's better than Celtic. Again, he's 24.
Yeah, I mean,
Do 2-3 years. I think he's even younger. I think he's 22.
Don't
right?
you think Enzo Fernandez is kicking himself?
Here's where I get suspicious about those deals.
All right.
Here's
I
where
know
I
where
get
you're going with
suspicious.
this.
You know where I'm going with
I
this.
know exactly where you're going
Because you mentioned the David Beckham thing. Effectively, you got 4 clubs in Saudi Arabia and 1 club in the Premier League owned by the same people.
Two. If
The Clear Lake thing with Chelsea is apparently very clean. It's legitimized. It's very clean. The Newcastle ownership, we don't know. So you've got Newcastle in the Premier League owned by the same clubs that own these 4 players. Lots
the
of
4
financial-
teams.
Right? There's lots of financial fair play. There's lots of books cooking. There's lots of things going on. What's to say in January, Newcastle just don't go, oh, suddenly Ruben Neves pops up on loan for 2 years.
It's definitely going to happen.
You know, with the Saudi club carrying a salary.
Benzema
Pops up.
I miss Champions League.
I miss for 2 years. You know what I mean? It
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
it kind of goes, because we know the rest of Europe cannot buy players.
Yes.
Only the Premier League can buy players.
Yeah,
But suddenly,
and yeah, exactly. You're not going to compete with, like, the Premier League is the biggest ticket, like,
you know,
easily.
but suddenly you got these guys going, our profiles are. That's where I start getting suspicious. And mark that as a prediction.
Sure.
And you know why? Because George Mendes is involved. And I'm
Oh,
telling you,
yes.
that's in the fucking. That's
But
in
my-
the fucking small print.
My thing is as well, Paulo, right? So now, World Club Cup, where is it? Saudi Arabia.
This current one, yeah.
Yeah. My question is, if whoever, right, wins the Asian Champions League and Newcastle win the Champions League, what happens at the World Club Cup?
I don't think you have to worry about Newcastle winning the Champions.
But, like,
the
think about
European
it, because
Champions
you can't. There's conflict of interest. You can't own 2 teams in the same playing.
League. Are you trying to apply like proper football rules to things like the World Club Cup?
Yeah.
Don't worry, they'll
we
find
don't-
it.
Actually,
we don't have to worry about
also after Qatar 2022, like.
Yeah, listen, things are happening.
But do you know what this does though? It just opens the door to Super League. Super League's coming, guys.
And I think it's going to be. Listen, when the Saudi Arabians, and listen, for whatever reasons they're getting in, cool, whatever. And it's not to say, you know, we follow sports across the board, not
Yeah.
just soccer, with rules and federations set up 80, 90, 100 years ago.
Yeah.
The world is different to what it was 20 years ago. So why should these things not be challenged? And when you see the Saudis pop up, firstly, in golf,
Oh, now the PGA said PGA can compete with it.
they're going after tennis. They're unifying the
Oh,
5 different bodies in tennis. I'm flipping my.
Oh yeah.
My
Paulo, you
notes
can
up.
calm down.
They
Don't
saw-
worry.
right?
They saw they can.
They go. Formula One will be next.
It's already begun.
So why
There's only one place it won't touch.
boxing? They're going after boxing.
Well, boxing, but like
Boxing's the next one.
they won't touch anything in the States.
But they don't need to.
No, they don't need to.
They don't need to.
Yeah.
They have so much watching them.
The States is
But
one
no,
thing.
it's not even that. It's about how the States, like, the way they...
Man, listen.
By the way, I just want to point out we are live on Twitter Spaces as we're doing the pod now, and
So
we
can
do
people
have-
send us questions and comments?
yeah. So we do have one. James Ilsley says here, Senzo trying to apply rules to a FIFA tournament. Haha.
Yeah, see what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying.
He also has a question which I think we
Liverpool,
can
is
bring
he
up here.
Liverpool fan complaining again, huh?
He's asking about the down tooling. Now, Paolo, I'm going to let you read that question over there.
The real question is, did these players have the right to down tools? Where did they prove themselves as individuals or a team? All right, you haven't spoken in a while. What's your response to that? They hadn't proven themselves. I think
That's garbage.
the 4 players that I named, they're Champions League winners.
Like Mendy.
Mendy
Was the best keeper in the world at a stage. He was up there.
Jorginho,
No, he was.
Mason Mount, Havertz, and Kovacic.
Jorginho, guys, was in Ballon d'Or conversations.
That's what I'm saying. I think
If
the
you-
guys who won the Champions League,
Yeah.
the guys who won that's an interesting thing about City, right?
Yes.
And a lot of people go, oh, well, now they're just going to win a treble.
Oh,
Who's done that? 2 sides in the history of the Champions League
have defended.
have done back-to-back.
Well, we don't count Real Madrid in the 50s like that.
No, well, in the Champions League era, that's what I said, right? So it was AC Milan and
Yeah,
Real Madrid,
1980,
right? Okay.
yeah.
So in the Champions League era, 2 teams have done it. Pep's masterstroke, not even Pep's great Barcelona's. No,
Fergie came close.
but everyone came close.
Yeah, everyone came close.
I wonder if that appetite, Jack Grealish, right?
Oh, he's done for.
That's what I'm saying.
They're going to bench him.
No, listen, the guy must enjoy himself. I hate these footballers like with their sanitized lives. You know what the thing is? They pretend
Is
they
Jack
want
Grealish sober yet?
He'll never walk again.
I saw him.
Legend has it he's still sober.
I saw him
mean,
on
not sober.
Instagram. He's got his holidays in LA, Las Vegas.
Oh, no.
As he arrived there, the hotel had this massive mural welcome. They're having parties. I think it was his birthday. They're having birthday parties for him. Like rolled out the red carpet.
He's going to pull a Rodman.
Man. No, listen, good for him. Whatever.
Yeah,
no,
people must
that's
enjoy it. It's like
I don't know if we want to move on to your predictions for the season. I have.
So you done with Chelsea?
He's downing tools.
Well, yeah,
Have you done tools?
I think with Chelsea, I don't know where we're gonna go. We only have 2 original squad members left. I mean, Kepa is still there, and I heard that they wanted to replace him with Onana, but now I see you guys are going after Onana, and he's the number one thing. But then they're still in talks with David De Gea on contracts. Like, what's that about?
Back up, bro.
He's trying to move on to Manchester United.
But now, but like, so if you sign him, right? Is he going to be primary or secondary?
Who?
De Gea.
Okay, let's.
We'll see.
One last thing on Chelsea. You guys said Reece James and Chilwell
Yes.
are the next to go. I'd be
No,
very
no.
surprised.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
I
I know Sterling's going.
Wing backs
I'll tell
like
you
that.
right.
No, I think
Must
that.
I tell you why?
Why do you say that?
Kyle Walker's going to move on there. Pep needs a right back.
Listen, you know, there's a lot of Premier League players linked to Bayern Munich. Declan Rice was on, Kyle Walker and Harry
By the
Kane.
way, I just want to comment on that.
Bayern
What a
Munich
waste.
will-
of money.
Where's Kyle Walker going to play in Bayern Munich? Like
No, well, he'll tuck into that inverted winger thing. And listen,
Alfonso Davis.
and listen, Germany's the pace is quicker than I think a lot of
The
people
tempo,
think,
eh?
right? The tempo is quicker.
Sorry, just back on the Germany thing. Don't they play like it's the last 10 minutes of the game and it's like sudden death? I mean, golden goal.
Basically,
Like the temp, it's ridiculous.
No one told them Golden Goal's been disbanded. So, listen, I just think that it wouldn't be Pochettino's choice. It would be an accounting choice, and I think Chelsea have made a lot of sacrifices of players they're letting go because in the way you play football in the modern day, wing or fullbacks like
It's
Reece
too
James
much, bro.
and Chilwell are so crucial to it. And we saw Chelsea under no matter who they're playing, when Reece James and Chilwell are out,
Everything falls apart.
They fall apart.
Everything
And
falls
Pochettino plays from there as well. So I'd be shocked if they move on. His job is to keep them fit. I'd be shocked if they move on.
I don't even know how we're going to line up next with the upcoming season.
No, but like the thing is with Chelsea, we saw this at the beginning of the season. The manager and the owner aren't talking about recruitment.
Well, now I'm hoping that Pochettino is. I'm hoping Pochettino's actually has some backbone and because obviously Frank said nothing. He was the interim.
Tuchel couldn't say anything about it.
I know, but he maybe didn't like Tuchel when he came in. Tuchel just came with the club. You must remember.
That's the thing. A new owner's always going to put his
Pochettino was
always gonna put his guy.
handpicked. Remember?
Yeah.
And
No, everybody you wanted said no.
Yeah.
well, I mean,
He was the
to
only
a
guy
point.
with kind of with a name.
Thank God.
We said that a manager going to Chelsea
Is career suicide.
and Pochettino is going because everyone seems to think Pochettino is younger than he is,
No,
right?
because of geriatric.
This kind of goes for all the promise you had, all the hype, all the bluster. You didn't even win at PSG. He didn't win the league title.
No, he did, but
he won one. He won one of the two.
yeah, but
Right?
as a legend, because he played for PSG,
Right. So
PSG legend, and he couldn't no respect.
So for all the hype on Pochettino, he doesn't have the trophies to show for it, and he's getting on.
Applying
and,
pressure.
And I think he had to take Chelsea's great job for. I think
Oh, yeah,
he's done
bro.
well to land Chelsea.
Oh yeah, but
No,
if you
it's a great job.
if
He's
you
done well to land
if
Chelsea.
you look who is linked, they wanted Nagelsmann. Nagelsmann was like,
So Ryan, let's talk about that.
Luis
Let's
Enrique
bring you
as
in,
well.
right? Let's go to the managers that Chelsea were linked with.
Yes.
Nagelsmann,
Yes.
he said
right? How
no.
do you? He said no.
Yeah,
Well,
he said no.
don't call
Early
it-
even he said
No, he was out the race before anyone. Yeah.
Luis Enrique.
Luis Enrique. I thought because isn't he going to PSG now?
yeah.
Yeah.
So I thought he was going to be the guy.
Surely you got to be disappointed
Did.
Oh yeah.
after Nagelsmann and Enrique, and you get.
But the
Pochettino.
thing is, I also have.
But we call
I
the Enrique
understand
thing.
because, you see where the clubs drop to, and it's the thing is, we've had 3 managers within the last season of working title.
4.
4.
Remember he had that
and
bald
the
guy
thing
for
is,
a
they
week?
they all have their own. They all have their own players that they bring in and that they play.
So why aren't
It's not
Chelsea
even about that.
fans? Why aren't Chelsea fans angrier? Chelsea fans aren't angry.
Even
I
Vincent
I think-
Kompany said no.
I think everyone is just lost interest. If you go listen to some of
Yeah.
the things on Twitter, on Spaces and things, fans are just annoyed. So now everyone knows that we have to suffer this time. Pochettino's coming in. We're getting new players in. We're not happy that some old players are leaving, but we're interested to see what's going to happen now. Because we finished 12th.
But that's Poch's
What do we
style,
do?
though.
So-
we know that's Poch's style,
So
and
not
whoever
angry, just interested.
whoever was going to come in, because they saw the last 3. Well, not really Tuchel, but they saw the other guys get chewed by the dressing room.
Yeah.
By the way,
And you know Tuchel, not Tuchel, Poch. He doesn't do geriatrics.
No. He's high energy. You're running.
No,
around.
and he likes he wants people that he can control.
Yeah.
After Mbappe and Neymar told him to go jump, he saw
by the way, we also have James sending us a tweet here saying he just wants to bring to our attention that this is currently trending. Mbappe to Arsenal.
no. They don't have the
That's
facilities for
ridiculous.
that.
There's no way they have the
No.
money for that.
No, bro.
Listen,
Chelsea blew a bag in how do
you know what? For those of you who don't know, James is a colleague of ours. We try to get on the show.
he's a scouse, bro.
He's he could
Does that
be on the
seem
show.
silly?
He could be right here. There's
Yeah.
space for another microphone. He could be right here.
Well, he could jump on the space if
But
he really
Mbappe's
wanted to, but
That
Mbappe's,
sounds too complicated. I'm 43
Mbappe's
years
been
old.
linked
What
with
the fuck that means.
Mbappe's been linked with everybody under the sun.
Right. Okay, Ryan.
Yeah.
You want to get on to Manchester United. We've made our feelings
Okay,
known
so
about Chelsea.
your predictions, and Senzo, I think you did pretty well. Are you ready to hear your predictions for Man United?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Is it this one? I think it's this one. Let's go. Let's hear it.
Senzo, your hopes for United.
Hey man, you always hope that you could win it, but we're so far away from that. Look, realistically, this time, fourth I'm happy.
Yep.
Fourth I'm happy, and we do okay in Europa, semi-final, quarter-final.
Wildest thing that's going to happen this season?
Oh, we're gonna crazy signing. We're gonna get a crazy signing because now because you know what United do, right? I'm telling you, it's a United thing. I'm gonna say it right now. Neymar comes to United.
Right.
You know what the Glazers are like.
I know
These
what the
guys are
Glazers
dead.
are like. They're going to feel the pressure. They're going to notice that there's going to drop in TikTok engagements. They say Neymar's going to get us over the line. We've had 5 years of a hair color changing charlatan. We feel that there's a gap in the squad for that. My prediction is that United will win the Europa League. And the wildest thing that's going to happen is the ghost of George Best will be managing us after the World Cup. You heard it here first. Was that before or after Casemiro signed?
That's preview. Like this
That's
is
preview.
like July.
Transfer
That's
window
July, yeah.
closed.
How good is that?
You got the nationality right.
Come on.
A crazy signing, Vote Weghorst.
Oh, bro.
I wouldn't have
But like,
predicted a Burnley flop leading our line for half the season to replacing Cristiano Ronaldo. Hey, listen, Ronaldo didn't leave in a blaze of glory.
No.
But fuck's sakes. Just remember,
scored
we
more goals
replaced
than
him with
Havertz.
Vote Weghorst.
scored more goals than Havertz.
Who, Weghorst? Did he score in the Premier League? He didn't score in the Premier League.
Scored 2, but like,
But not in the Premier League.
and he fetched silverware. So
Hey. Okay, so, Ryan,
Yes.
we gave you our opinions on Chelsea.
Yes.
Give us your opinions about Manchester United while you eat your popcorn there.
Yeah. No, they did a little 360. Well, should I say 180 actually? That actually was quite impressive because when I was going through the previous podcast, right, we were listening to how Rashford just wasn't living up to the hype. And then out of nowhere the dude becomes like the best player in Manchester in United.
I don't think it was not living up to the hype. I think it was because of, what he did off the field. Like
Yes.
for England and all that. And also the shadow of Ronaldo is it's quite daunting.
Your season for Manchester United is split in two. And there's obviously pre-Ronaldo, post-Ronaldo. Ten Hag, I think, got a free ride last season, new manager. He's going to be nailed this season.
Oh yeah, but
Everything he does. Because I think there's, Klopp is untouchable. No one ever talks shit about him. Pep, you can't touch.
Pep is
Old Eddie Howe is English darling. So Ten Hag is going to be nailed. Ten Hag was a master stroke, Ryan. You want to jump in? So
I was
very
just
excited.
I was just gonna say, here's what you guys had to say about Rashford and a few other players.
Ooh. Rashford can't be a shit again.
Yes.
Honestly, he cannot be
I mean,
that
he's
bad
focused
again.
on football.
No, but like, dude, also as well, you
Well,
can't.
opposed to feeding the kids because the
Opposed to
government.
feeding, they're bigger things than football, dude. What he's doing is bigger than football.
But his platform is football.
You know what? Let's give him. He's a grown ass man now. He's been potential up till now. He's an adult man. He's had a bad season. He can't be that bad again.
He can't be as bad as Romelu
you
Lukaku.
heard us.
Same thing. Sancho cannot be that bad again. I wish you had cut that like 5 seconds earlier.
But do you know what I'll give Ten Hag? You know where you stand with him.
Yeah.
Is Ten Hag still on fraud watch?
No,
No.
come on.
You know what? Ten Hag played the Ronaldo situation perfectly in hindsight.
Yeah,
Well, I think at the time he played it perfectly. But what he did is he established, don't fuck with me in this squad. Don't fuck
Because-
with me in this club. The Glazers would have wanted to keep Ronaldo, and he won that.
yeah.
He won that. And I think every other player that kind of wants to act the fool got shut down. He's also surrounded
Quickly.
himself with players who know him from before. Like we say the Vote Weghorst thing, right? We
Yeah.
have a bit of a mock about it. But it goes, that's a guy who shares in his values. And suddenly you got people, Lissandro Martinez, Anthony, if you like him or not, whatever it is. You got guys that he knows that, are in the dressing room. They're in the change room.
we're not sure to F around it.
They're setting the culture. Where he did...
But also, you saw Varane also like,
so finally I got some adults around.
yeah,
You know?
yeah. He's like, yeah. Then
Finally.
Casemiro is like, yeah.
Yeah. Finally, there's adults in this football club. Where I think Ten Hag, and it was kind of result in the season, it's not his fault, but it could have been managed better at a time. He flogged his players. He did not.
He hung them out to dry. Eh?
They were just playing all the time. And I
Yeah,
understand.
he did.
What you
They
saw
got
was,
tired at a point,
oh
yeah.
man, they,
Wow.
were,
But
they
also-
were on fumes.
But also, to his defense, like, you can't fix it when it's not broken. You know what I mean? And you're
Yeah.
gonna play in that part of the season. You're gonna play your guys that you trust, especially if you're a guy like Ten Hag and you're under that kind of pressure.
No, I mean, I get that, right? But there were games. There were 2 games in particular. Okay, 2 games aren't going to dramatically change things. But the Carabao Cup second leg, we were heaps ahead. and the second leg was at home.
Yeah.
And he played the first team again, right? In one of the Europa League rounds as well. No, well, that was a fuck up. But one of the Europa League knockouts as well. We were also way ahead from the first leg. And he played the same squad again. He played Bruno again.
Oh, you mean Real Betis? Yeah, I think it was
Real
Betis. Yeah,
yes.
it was Betis. Yeah.
You know, we were ahead. We were comfortable.
Yeah.
He played the full squad again. And you kind of go, those were two games that are part of the season where you could have gone, you know, it's 2 extra games. And if you saw how tight it got in the end, maybe that extra game would have been the fuel in the tank for the FA Cup final. Losing Lissandro wasn't
ideal.
It was like shit. It was just, he went out at the worst possible time.
But
I mean, Lindelof came in, did well, but I mean, he's not.
No. Lindelof is not
winner.
bad. Do you know what the thing is? It's testament.
His temper.
No. It's testament.
Yeah, no.
Oaks don't trust Harry Maguire.
No, it's true.
And also, I found,
Look at David De Gea when he's playing with Varane and Martinez. He looks very assured of himself. Harry Maguire, like when he comes, Lindelof is like, dude, I have to babysit you now.
Yeah.
I have to. It's
and it shifts the whole team. Suddenly, the
Yeah,
midfielders
yeah.
are watching what's going on. They're aware of him. Look, you can't carry Harry Maguire anymore. They call him Carry Maguire if you want.
They tried to flog him to Chelsea. I was like, hell no, get out of here.
You don't have a defense at the moment, so
I'd rather have our current defense than have Maguire in our team.
So you mentioned
That's fraud.
You mentioned David De Gea. His contract ran out as we stand.
he's a free agent
He's
as
a
of
free
today.
agent. You know, I think the whole way David De Gea, he is so passive in life and in football.
You need a keeper that's
You know what I mean? He's not made a noise about it on social media. He posted like a yawning emoji the other day.
but that wasn't at like United. It was probably at the tabloids.
He's
at the
realized who
tabloids,
he is.
right?
Like he's realized who he is as a person.
He is so passive. And, you know, he'll probably he's let his contract run out, which at his age, he's not a poor man.
But 375.
You know, at his age, to let that run out, no one's going to pay him that money. Not
No,
even
no,
United will renew now, right?
Bruh. No, but apparently they talks, but like he needs to go. Yeah,
I mean,
anyway,
he's not.
yeah.
Come on.
Yeah,
Come on.
Anyway,
You're not going to renew at that. The problem is United with this fuck up with the ownership and the Glazers
Dude.
just.
By the way, where are we with that?
hey, bro, I don't know, bro.
So where it is, it's the Glazers sucking the life out of it. But the problem is, here's the problem, guys.
They have
Do we want to be a Qatari club? Like, do we want to be a sports washing
Is
project?
that 100% confirmed?
hey, bro. Who knows what's
But
confirmed?
nobody knows what's going on. Let's not even pretend.
No, because obviously I sit on Twitter. I know Senzo hates me sitting on Twitter, but I mean, I saw it go through, and that's when I messaged you guys in the group, and I was like, hey, you guys can't moan about oil money anymore.
The United sale went through fucking middle of December.
bro,
It goes through every 2 weeks. It goes through after every bad call. It went through after the FA Cup final. It went through after City won the Champions League. It always goes through.
But like
it's
for me-
bullshit. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
Yeah, but like for me, it's now ultimately, and I've said this before. The transfer that broke everything, and in hindsight, if you think about it, it's probably undervalued. Was Cristiano Ronaldo to Madrid? That transfer broke everything. Because if you think about what the world record was before Ronaldo, it was Zinedine Zidane to Juventus for £47 million. Florentino Perez says 80 million. Like after that, it was broken. It was absolutely broken. Then Barca did that Eto'o Zlatan thing. That one for like 72. And then I was like, well,
I was waiting for Haaland's thing to go triple digits.
nah,
It's
Pep
never
doesn't get
going
into
to.
bidding wars.
No, but
City.
it's only because it's family that they didn't.
Okay, but on the ownership, on the sales for the coming back to that of City selling out, I've said it before. Glazers don't sell this club
Oh, no.
because Ten Hag, right? How frustrating must this be for the guy? He goes, right, I've had a good season. Like he won't stay calm for long. He won't be a company man
he's
for
going to
long,
lose
right?
his...
Because he goes, I've had a good season. I need to fulfill. I don't know whose money I'm spending.
I'm trimming the fat, like...
All right, but nobody wants United players. We're giving guys away. Chelsea did a hell of a job. You know, Chelsea moved 250 million worth of players.
Yeah.
I don't think that's like that number's put out enough. That's masterclass.
A week before the financial calendar closes.
Masterclass. They moved 250 million worth of players, right? United won't. We'll give Maguire away. We'll pay
loan
salaries.
Sancho away.
We'll get taken to the cleaners. And it goes, okay, so if I have to raise my own money to spend as Ten Hag, because I don't know who my owner is going to be, right, he's going to lose his patience eventually.
My question is right now, if with Ten Hag with no end in sight to this transfer thing, right? What he needs 3 more key signings. He needs a keeper, he needs a backup centre back, and he needs a striker.
Mm-hmm.
He's already got the midfielder. Right.
But, think about Mason Mount, like it's a solid play, all the right thing. He's not transformative.
He's not transformative, but like
he won't even have the impact Casemiro had.
No, it's not even about that. It's about the Eriksen role.
It's not transformative.
But with that being said, right?
It doesn't move us. It barely moves us into contending for second, let alone challenging City.
Especially not after what Arsenal did.
And especially the way Liverpool are quietly building as well.
Oh, yeah. Liverpool are underground.
Liverpool are very quietly making some really good signings.
They just spent $76 million. How much is that in pounds?
Listen, like I said, the money doesn't worry me. Saying his name worries me.
Apparently he's
Zaboslai.
Apparently he's also an angry dude.
Yeah,
so him and Darwin, they bring back the scars.
Yeah, but it's the bite. McAllister's clever in there. He's very quiet.
Oh, no, yeah.
So this is the thing, right? Mason Mount, I'm glad United didn't have their pants pulled down over him because he's not transformative. I don't see him going, suddenly he's the signing.
Yeah, true.
Harry Kane comes in. Like, okay, that's transformative.
I was waiting for the Harry Kane thing to drop.
Mason Mount doesn't turn us. He doesn't.
I know where Harry Kane is ending up. It's going to be funny.
So, where do you think Harry Kane's turning up?
Bruh.
Tottenham.
Madrid met to play Madrid.
Never.
No.
What?
Nope.
Never.
What?
No,
where do Madrid go early? Madrid always go early. Madrid always go early. They're not getting fucking caught in a slugging. They're not slugging it out.
Neither Bayern though.
The Bayern, I think the Bayern link is to try force out United.
Yeah, but also 60 million euros. When they said 60 million euros, I laughed at it.
No, it's a Harry Kane.
And also, Bayern don't.
I don't think Harry Kane moves now. I think Harry Kane waits for free and then goes.
And I also don't think he wants to piss off the Tottenham fans.
Exactly.
Speaking of Liverpool, James did point out that Liverpool bought Darwin for the same price that Madrid bought Cristiano Ronaldo.
You're talking 10 years difference, though.
And how many Ballon d'Ors? Yeah. Ronaldo was the best player in the world.
And I'm not saying that it's kind of like inflationary. So, because when you said the transfer that absolutely broke everything was Neymar.
But Neymar's the truth.
Actually, no, that's true.
But regardless, it's suddenly
because it was
PSG.
No,
it wasn't that. It wasn't that one.
Put a value.
It wasn't that one.
It was that
Coutinho.
It was the knock-ons. So, it was the knock-ons. Because suddenly you go, if Neymar's worth 200 million, okay, fair enough, I can see that, right? And then Coutinho, Dembele, and Griezmann. Immediately after, going, all three of those, they're good players, but I mean, Coutinho's. They're good players, but they're not that.
I'm going to send you the one thing about the Neymar transfer and the knock. They call it the Neymar 5.
Yeah.
After the boss thing, because once a splash like that gets made, everybody knew Barca have got money and it's burning a hole in their pocket.
Right. So then Liverpool took Neymar. Exactly.
I see.
Exactly.
I just have a question: is Neymar coming to the Premier League?
No.
No,
forget about it.
Never.
Forget about it.
Never.
Also, he's going to get teased because since he signed for PSG in 2017, he's been injured for 48% of the games that PSG has played in that time.
And they're majority contact injuries.
His ankle's gone.
They're contact injuries. Before we move away, let's just do the Liverpool service, because I do think, listen, the way they turned the season, it was fun to laugh at them for a while, but they started chasing.
Yeah, they got out their cobwebs.
Whatever it was, whatever inspired them, whatever it was, it's going to be there. So they come into the season, I think, with a lot of momentum, right? I don't know. They got no Europe next year. So that's time for Klopp to sit.
No, they got Thursdays, but like,
that's time for
you
Klopp.
think traveling to Kazakhstan is fun?
That's Jordan Henderson and Fabinho. You guys can go there, right? It's time for him to take that new midfield and start crafting that in the way he wants to play, and that new forward line and crafting
But
the way he
also,
wants to play.
if I'm Jurgen Klopp, I get rid of Salah now.
He was, okay,
Yeah, no, I
big
think
call.
he's dead weight.
Big call.
And it's not that he's dead weight, but he's reached his ceiling.
He's reached his ceiling.
No, but he doesn't have anyone to support him. Like, who was it before? Before he left, I forget.
Mane.
Mane.
But Firmino's also gone. But like
No one
Firmino
supported
gone
him
to
like
Saudi, by the way.
Yeah.
Firmino on a free.
he's reached his ceiling. He doesn't get any better.
Yeah.
But
anyways,
where-
but how do you
where does he
replace
go?
How do you replace 30 goals?
Where does he go?
He's the biggest Arab
So,
Arab
so you're
athlete
saying he
on
must
earth.
cash out and go to Saudi?
It's not beyond the realms of possibility
No, I know.
He
I'm
is
just asking.
he is the biggest Arab personality in the world.
in the world.
You know, let alone footballer, sportsman, whatever personality.
So what's his price tag?
Whatever, it's 7 billion, whatever. Price tags are irrelevant.
And
So-
and the Egyptian presidency.
okay, the thing is, okay, fine, fair enough, cash in on Salah. How do you replace
The
30 odd goals in a shit season? Because we all thought he
and
had a bad
assists
season,
and assists
right?
assists and
Man,
Eeh.
even if he falls off 50%, that's still a better season than like majority of players,
yeah. There's only 3 players maybe didn't have a better season than
right?
Rashford, Kane, and Haaland.
Right? It's so he's fourth then, even if he falls off 50%.
Bruh.
So why would you? Why would you go make a problem you don't need? Because that's a problem he's going to have to solve. Because the first,
Also the back line.
because that's it. The current problem he has to solve is at midfield. I think you solve the midfield, you start protecting the back line.
Yeah.
But if you're smart, your next move is to protect that back line.
Because Virgil's finished.
Right, Virgil's done. I think if it wasn't for City inflating the prices for Guardiola
Yeah.
coming in
Yes.
to
my
kind of like couple
goodness.
up with Van Dijk
Because
and
they've got
take
to keep in
over.
a half. If
Right.
it wasn't for Alisson, where would Liverpool be?
And he's still good. So I think your problem to replace Salah is going to come, but why would you want to do it now? Especially
you don't have to.
Prices are going to go ballistic this summer because of the Saudi Arabian money.
And because of Declan Rice.
It's just going to drive everything up. So if you're selling Salah, right to the point, like I said, don't talk. You're going to push Salah for over 100 million, okay? Because top class player, the profile he's got, going to a place that's got money,
brilliant.
you can push them to whatever you want because they won't want to lose, right? They won't want to lose on the transfers.
Yeah.
What are you going to spend to get it back? And you'll never get a player like that.
And also,
Never.
the thing is, once you get that kind of money, it's going to be the Neymar thing all over again.
Yeah, well, so it pushes it. I don't think it's a problem you try to go for. So Liverpool been quietly building. Quietly, they're going to come in hot.
Do you know, speaking of which, do you know which one is very interesting for me?
What's
What?
that?
Arsenal.
A whole new midfield.
Arsenal.
Before we move on to Arsenal, listen, let's Liverpool supporter James Ilsley pop in here. Ryan's gonna go press the buttons over on that side to make it to bring him in. Oh, I can hear it coming in.
Let's see if
Yo,
he
but-
comes on.
Let's hear this.
James, are you on?
Hello, gentlemen. How are we doing?
Hey, James, good to hear from you.
What's up, buddy?
It's been a minute.
A hot minute, yeah.
You
I
got
have
itchy
a
feet to
question.
talk about Liverpool.
No, I actually I don't want to talk about Liverpool. It breaks my heart too much. I do have another question.
No, but you came in at
Um,
the perfect time for Liverpool.
No, but it's too heartbreaking for me. I have a different question about Spain.
Okay.
Europa League winners last season. Sevilla put their whole squad on the list. What do we think?
So you're breaking.
So James is breaking up a little bit there. I don't know if you guys saw the story. Sevilla, the owners of the Europa League. Every now and again they loan it out to somebody else.
Yeah, they're like, bro,
Yeah,
but we're going to need
every now and
a...
again, but they own the Europa League. They put they're in so much financial shit.
Who isn't in, besides Madrid?
Right? They put their whole squad up for sale. The thing,
Saudi come
entire
save us.
squad.
the entire squad. So basically, anyone's
Oh,
available.
yeah, I
Come-
heard about this
meet-
because Ocampos...
So Ryan, it's not like come buy one, take them all. It's kind of like everyone. Who do you take out of Sevilla though?
Oh, who do you take?
Who do you take?
I'll take Lamela. There's a player
do me
there.
a favor. What are you talking about?
I take Rakitic. You take Ivan Rakitic.
Do you know it's the year 2023, not 2015?
No. You take Ivan Rakitic. Well, Chelsea needed someone like that because they don't have Kovacic anymore.
Nah, Rakitic, by moving to Sevilla, admitted that he's not much for top level European football.
What do you mean? He had done everything at Barca, and you saw that Barca storm coming. I think it's smart by him.
Okay, so that's 2.
Do you take Acuna?
I'll take the keeper.
I'll take the keeper for sure.
I'll take the keeper.
The keeper's great.
Yeah.
The keeper's.
Okay, so we're doing our shopping at Sevilla.
Oh yeah, bro. But
Sevilla row.
But we know this about Spain. There's always that team that, bro, fire sale. The only people that have managed to survive it this long, Valencia.
And then conveniently your team.
Yeah.
Valencia owns so much shit. They can't even
Bro.
build their new stadium for how many years now? They're in the textile center of Europe.
Oh yes,
Yet
yeah.
they cannot build their own
but
stadium.
did you
What they should have done is actually, instead of putting the whole squad for sale, because now everyone knows it's like a free-for-all and they need the money, is they should have just made one player really expensive and sold them to Saudi Arabia.
No, they can't. Bro. Boss have tried that. Boss have tried that. But like, it's good because you know it always happens. You remember Malaga when they were the next thing, and
Also,
then what happened?
They had Saudi investment as well back in the day.
Oh,
Was it
yeah.
Saudi?
No, yeah, Saudi or Russian.
No, I think it was definitely not Russian. It was Saudi. It was
But I've
definitely from Middle East.
seen this happen so many times. Remember Zenit,
Yeah,
Anzi,
yeah,
whole of China.
yeah. No, listen. I think so. We're gonna hop out of Europe, but just on that point, I think this time it's different.
You think
because
so?
You know what? The way that the Saudis have gone after golf, tennis, boxing, Formula One, football will be, and they will come back a super league like we have never fucking seen in our lives.
And do you know what made?
And no one will stop.
Do you know
them.
what also
No one.
might have made it different to China as well? It's China. They were buying like old guys or like unpolished diamonds, like very unpolished diamonds, and they were putting them with
Who was that
garbage.
first dude to go from Manchester?
Carlos Tevez.
Carlos Tevez.
No,
yes.
Judas Iscariot, bro. We don't talk about him.
Yeah, but
he was a City player.
You know what I think is a big difference with Saudi Arabia, besides the like eye-watering money and all the rest of it, it's not far.
And also, exactly, and also,
It's not far from Europe.
and also what you said about the whole when they said we're taking 50, because China, they were taking like guys who don't care or they're all about the money. Because and then what did they say?
Mercenaries, yeah.
They played for 3 months and they're like, dude, this is garbage here.
Yeah.
Here they're bringing everything.
They're bringing bulk.
They're doing what they did to Live Golf with football.
Yeah.
Because Live Golf, they just took like
That's
top,
what I'm.
they took like the
that's what
top
I'm
10.
saying,
They
man.
took like a good bulk of the top 10.
That's what I'm saying.
And it's
that-
only guys who are traditional, like Brooks Koepka. He was like, "Bro, I'm young, like I'm going."
But that's what I'm saying. There's going to come a challenge from Saudi Arabia. Okay, we're running long. Let's wrap up in kind of just the news around Europe. We cannot leave without talking about Messi and his move to Miami.
Wow.
Right? What hasn't been said, what was hilarious about it is that he moved to a club, a team, a franchise that is second bottom of their division. Because if you don't know, MLS kind of works like American sports. Second bottom of the division with no manager and no other notable player.
But you could see it coming though, with the way they started.
He's going to retire.
No, but you could see it coming because remember when City first did it? Because remember who
You can't compare.
No, but like remember when Inter Miami first came.
Yeah.
Gonzalo Higuain, like
But Messi moving to Miami was always on the cards. Always.
Yeah, it was.
It was a thing. Everyone knew that he owned property there. Beckham was very, open about it. We always thought it would be Neymar as well. But like Messi is going to MLS to 100% retire.
yeah.
He came out this week, said, I've done everything I need to do in soccer.
On-
No, but
Honestly,
also,
I've
I was
clocked it.
talking to Senzo about his deal on the way here. Like, it's actually quite crazy if you go look into the details of it, because
He's Tim Cook's
obviously,
boy.
Yeah, no. Obviously, Inter Miami doesn't have the money to pay for Messi, and neither does both the two biggest MLS clubs. In fact, all of them are paying for Messi's salaries. They're all like contributing because it obviously brings a lot more popularity to the MLS. So therefore, all the teams are actually forking out for Messi.
They're not really forking out. It's because Apple kind of owns the league.
No, so Apple only owns the exclusive broadcasting rights, which is on Apple TV, right? And that's another addition I was telling Sens on the way here. So he has shares in Apple, but not in the sense that like Apple, the company, but more in the subscriptions to the Apple.
Do you think if he had shares in Apple, the company, he'd bother kicking a ball?
So what you're gonna see is a very boring, messy, real life living with
La Vida Loca,
living with Lionel type of behind the scenes.
And Sergio Busquets comes over
so
now and then.
You're gonna get shitloads of Messi content on Apple TV.
And then Beckham goes to his house to go crap on him.
Yeah, going to be a lot of that.
And they have a kickabout. I can see it.
Okay, even with all the money, because they've done so many mental gymnastics. Adidas have gotten involved in there. There is so much.
They've brought Ted Lasso on the table.
Fuck that shit. Okay, but
he's gonna manage Chelsea.
But surely Messi could have got quadruple whatever he's getting in the USA times 10.
Oh yeah,
that's why he's gone to retire.
Did you what they wanted to pay him in Saudi?
Oh man, I don't pay attention to the numbers. They're just so stupid.
It was 600 billion pounds,
right?
600 million pounds per season,
right? So I've got to give it to Messi to go. You know what, dude? You are 33 years old. You got 3 young kids. Your wife is beautiful. You are richer than anybody could even imagine.
And have more fame than most.
And you're gonna go live in Miami.
You've done everything.
I mean, man.
Yeah, Miami's not the worst place to live.
And on top of that, they also gave him an option like what Beckham had for Inter, where he could buy it at the end. At the end of
LA Galaxy. Yeah,
he has an option to buy into
a franchise.
A franchise. Yeah.
Obviously, they had to give him the keys to the. No, but like,
who says no to that deal?
But you know, Mr. Charisma Messi is going to be wheeled out Miami Grand Prix. He's going to be
that's going to happen.
Dolphins game.
Dude, that's going to happen. I see it happening already. If you look at America, what they're doing now. If you think about the sports, who's retired, sportsmen in their prime,
where they go.
No, and look, what city doesn't have a basketball team?
Las Vegas. But they approved the franchise.
Wait, LeBron, Messi, and all those and Tom Brady, they're going to they're going to make something happen.
That's a very good call.
They're going to make something happen.
Also, I don't think America realized how famous Messi is until he got there, because they're so in their own world,
bro,
and they don't realize what someone like Messi can do.
Did you see that idiot who traveled across the country to go watch a Miami Inter Miami match, thinking it's Messi's debut and it wasn't?
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
It's like, Messi, but Messi didn't know us anything. Is like, bro.
Messi owes nothing. Good for him. And in the context of how everyone else is moving around. And taking the Saudi money. He could do it for 2 years, but because he was already on their payroll. Doing tourism work.
Visit Saudi Arabia.
Right? He's already on their payroll.
That's what got him canned from PSG.
Right? But it's good for him. And I just, what the thing that really pleases me, and we're not that type of show, but I just have to say it. His wife is going to be all up on Instagram in bikini photos, and I'm like,
Fashion Week of Victoria Beckham
complain about that. I have zero problems with more
Victoria Beckham's going to have a collab partner.
Got to do it.
Just Victoria Beckham
think about it. It's going to be.
She doesn't need to do anything. She's famous for.
Let's talk about another PSG-based wanker, Kylian Mbappe. What an asshole! What a problematic person he is,
bro. It's.
And he jets around the world like he is the sports person of the year. Have you noticed when you saw him at the NBA finals and all of that kind of stuff?
My dog
he's like God walking. Yeah.
How many hat tricks have you scored in the World Cup final?
Okay, but
no. Do you know the thing is he knows he's it. That's the thing. He knows he's it.
You know what? I think he's the first footballer that kind of has this. He understands the value of him.
Neymar was the same.
I don't think to the
Not
same
quite.
degree. I don't think to the same degree.
No. Nowhere near.
Mbappe understands that he's a franchise player.
And also because
Kind of the way that you see a lot
He's
of the
LeBron
NBA.
James.
That's what I'm
he
saying.
is LeBron
he's been brought
James.
up in new money. He's been brought up in new money.
No, it's not even about new money.
No, I'm telling you.
Bro, Mbappe's like your age, dude. He's
I
been
know.
brought up in new money.
No, but I'm saying he's seen these mega deals go through. Back when Cristiano and them were there, they didn't know how big the deals would get.
No.
He's seen it
But
all.
like-
He knows there's money.
But like somebody was saying now.
And more so, he's got exposure to other sports and what they do.
But I mean, Cristiano Ronaldo was also caking money. But we're saying the same thing. Muhammad Ali was getting cake, but not like Mike Tyson. You know what I mean? It's always going to
Don't
get
learn
like
from
that.
each
no,
other.
100. I agree with you.
It's not going to get like that.
But I think it's broader because all I see is Mbappe stays at PSG for another season.
I'm
Right?
going to
He
give him
stays.
half the league.
He stays. And then what we get exposed to is an excruciating The Decision type documentary. As
Oh,
he ums and
it's
ahs of
coming.
what- That's what he's going to do. 'Cause
It is coming.
He's got a production
Canal
company.
and Amazon.
Because, no, but that's true because he's got a production company that's got exclusive rights to create content
Of
for
course,
Canal Plus, NBA content for Canal Plus.
He's going to be the poster of every FIFA game that ever comes out.
Well, he's done it already.
what's
No, I know he has,
EA
but I'm
club game because FIFA.
Yeah,
FIFA video games do.
EAFC.
But
EAFC.
he's done it already. So like,
He's done it.
so my thing
He'll do
is,
his own video game.
yeah, and they'll give it to him.
They'll give it to him. He'll do his own video
He'll
game.
tell the
But it's gonna
Qatari
be like-
sponsored by Qatar
So,
Airways.
so when you try to play as France in any other video game, it's just Mark Mbappe.
Yeah, Mike Mbappe.
Mark Mbappe.
But my thing is that which manager's looking at that and saying, Jesus, bro.
Yeah, I don't think it's a manager thing. Listen, Mbappe kind of he has the level. The only club that's realistic for him is Real Madrid.
Real Madrid, yeah.
And to be honest, that's the only club that can control him. Because I think Mbappe goes. There was a story about Liverpool this week. It was fanciful.
Not a chance.
Arsenal was trending earlier.
Not a
United.
chance.
It doesn't happen. I think the only club that can humble him, that he'll walk in. Because listen, guy, I've won a World Cup final as a teenager.
I've
and
scored a
and I
final.
scored a hat trick, right?
And I've got 12 World Cup goals in my second World Cup, same as Pele.
I've not done shit in the Champions League. I've not
what?
really done. He's not done shit in the Champions League.
Do you know how many Champions League goals he has?
Who cares about goals?
Yeah.
Ronaldo does.
Someone else will score. Okay. How many trophies does he have?
Zero.
How many chances has he had? He disappeared in a final.
Yeah, true.
He disappeared in a semi-final at
True.
Monaco. You know what I mean? So it's like it's fine with the World Cup, but it's like, okay, dude, you're
Well,
at that
yeah,
level now.
yeah.
You taking these games, but because everything's given to you. So he bombs out in the Champions League,
But you're right, because like Madrid don't care who you are.
and that's the thing. And he walks in there, and they
Madrid
go,
don't care.
Hold on, yeah. Let us just kind of show you the players that have played, yeah.
You remember that Raul guy who was here since he
Yeah,
was 60?
you know, we've got a few of them. You kind of know
Ikaka.
Zinedine Zidane.
You know, Ikaka
you've
says-
heard of him. You know, we've had those guys. So
How are you different?
guess what? Today you're playing up front because Vinicius is playing left. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think the only club that can humble him, regardless of manager, and
The only two I think that could control him. Only two managers who could. Pep and
Ancelotti's one and Pep.
No, Ancelotti couldn't.
You don't think Ancelotti could control him?
He already tried it. Remember, he was at PSG.
He did.
Ancelotti was like, I'm too old for this, bro. I need a smoke. Like, I need to get.
Next Brazil manager, Ancelotti.
Huh.
Yeah, so he'll take over.
He wants to one up Pep. He's like,
He'll take over in 2024.
I want the World Cup now.
But hey, listen, you know, if he goes, fuck, I don't feel like this shit, I'm leaving Madrid. I'm going to take over Brazil earlier. Watch your space. Anything more, gents? I mean, we covered a lot. Is there anything more to catch up? Ryan's got all his little clips there.
Yeah, no, I've got one more, and I just want to. I think we should, if we're going to end this off, review our fraud list and maybe who are our next victims. You know, so let's see where we left off.
I think
on
it's
the
Chelsea,
I think it's too early to name
and
more
Chelsea.
frauds. I think we save
You
that
think
and do
it's too
some
early?
thinking.
No, it's too early. The season's barely
Yeah.
started. Also, you don't know where people are going to
We don't
land
know where
up.
people are going to
Okay,
be.
well
yeah.
then let's just review
Yeah,
the old list.
yeah.
Do an audit.
This is what we do. This is what I do. Who are we putting on fraud watch? Actually, that's what we must do. So Ten Hag is on fraud watch. Well, guys, Haaland is also on fraud watch for me.
Haaland is on fraud watch.
He's on fraud watch.
You think so?
Yes, and the new Cavani from Liverpool, fraud watch. I'm putting him in there as well. Fraud watch. Koulibaly, fraud watch.
No,
but we're getting to
no.
that.
So Darwin Núñez, I don't think you're wrong. We'll talk about him in the Liverpool episode. Fraud watch. Ten Hag is fraud watch.
Fraud watch, yes.
Okay.
Haaland, fraud watch.
Haaland, I think you're wrong. But
Also-
Fraud, no,
also
fraud
think
watch.
okay.
Because Haaland's only played what? He's only played in Germany, right?
So wait, just something. How do we arrive at fraud watch from Arsenal?
Yeah,
Fraud watch.
give us
Because
a checklist of what puts you on fraud watch.
Wow.
Wow.
No,
How far
I'll
we've
chew
come.
it. I'll chew it. No.
Explain yourself.
Yeah.
Do you know I gave Haaland fraud watch? First season. So then you need time and stuff.
I think there's to kind of back my boy there. I think there's fraud watch and fraud alert. So somebody can be on fraud watch till they prove otherwise.
So fraud alert is like when it's watch
then
out.
you're a fraud. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
see.
Fraud watch means I'm not sure.
But
So you didn't give him fraud alert.
that's all good and well. But do you know what Haaland? Do you know what the thing is now? And this is where the level will come. We know that he's good. Like he's proven that. Like
What,
it's like
best player, best.
not best
best
player. He
finals.
scores a lot of goals. We all know who the boss is at.
He was the
at
face of football, basically the whole of the damn Premier League.
No, we all know who the boss is at City. Like, come on, it's KDB. We all know who the guy is.
No, but he wasn't the face of it.
Look,
is what I'm saying.
I think putting the word fraud
It's not
near,
fraud.
near anyone with 48 goals, I think that's
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
no explaining that.
But do you think he's doing it again? Because it's
Yes.
like
Nah.
it's like
Nah.
music. Nah, not 48,
Nah,
bro.
he doesn't do 48 again.
It's like making music because they say the easiest album to make is what? It's your
Yeah,
first one,
yeah.
and then the second one, it's like
Hey, listen, College Dropout's still one of the best albums
no.
ever.
But hold on. With that, Paulo, sorry to move it. I'll vouch for Kanye there. He had 3 classics: College Dropout, great; Late Registration, great; Graduation, great; My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, great. Four in, and like what? 18 Grammys later, I can make Jesus like.
All right, okay, fine. All right.
Come on.
All right. So Haaland, 50 goals, I think that's
Yeah, no,
He'll
he's
get
cleared.
30.
He's cleared off the list.
He'll-
I'd say
he'll get
Hag,
30.
Ten Hag, I agree with. I still think Ten Hag is on fraud watch. I don't
fraud alert.
fraud
Fraud
watch. I still think he's on
You
fraud
think
watch.
it's one hit wonder?
Because I think the way he started the season and the way he ended the season, the way United
But is
just limped out of the Europa League, limped over the line, didn't show up for the FA Cup. Big games matter.
do you think it's due to him or the what he had at his disposal?
You're
or what he's
not
work-
going to fire the whole squad. Whatever it is. So that's why I say, last season, you could blame the circumstances. This season, you've been there. You know what you're working
You know the
with.
system. The guys know what to expect.
You know the teams. You know. Listen, I think he's working. Listen, I think he's got one hand tied behind his
Wait,
back.
hold on.
Those fucking owners.
So you guys are just going to ignore Arsenal like they didn't spend money bags and like they turning Chelsea.
Can I tell you, Arsenal
into
was
the-
the only reason I was watching the football
Yeah, because
towards the end because they bottled it so hard.
no, because they
Like,
Chelsea.
it gave me such joy because I had none watching my own club play.
Yeah, now they're taking Chelsea, buying all of it.
you know what the thing with Arsenal is that they've been impressive.
Oh,
And
yeah.
obviously
No,
they've
they were
burnt
100%.
and they've kind of made big moves in the transfer
It's
window.
a signal of intent. Eh?
Kai Havertz, I don't think it's like Mason Mount. I
My
don't
thing is
think
with Kai Havertz.
he's transformative.
My thing is with Kai Havertz at Arsenal, right? Where do you put him?
Yeah. Look,
It's him or
But
Odegaard?
it's the same as when he was in Chelsea. I mean,
No, you guys tried a false nine that.
no, we did.
They've got Jesus, you know that, right?
I
But
think
he's injured most of the
I
time.
think they got that. But Havertz is not a number 9.
He's not a nine at
I
all.
agree. I've been saying this
He's a 10.
throughout the series.
Well, he's a lot of things, not a number 9. Like you said, Trequartista,
Yeah.
which no Premier League team really plays with, and you've already got Odegaard doing that job way better.
But do you push Odegaard to true 8?
I think the thing with Arsenal is that firstly, everyone's watching them now
Oh, yes.
because they got England's darling Declan Rice. So firstly, there's
No,
no
Firstly,
excuses.
they already had England's darling.
Can I just interject?
Bukayo Saka.
Can I just
Well, they got
interject
two now, yeah.
and say 105 million? What a waste of money.
It's proven, though. He's got more trophies than
105 million.
He finished higher than Enzo. Finished higher than Enzo, and he won, and
I
he's
would
won
not
European
pay-
Cup.
I
wouldn't
think
pay
I think
105.
there's more value. Like I keep saying, I don't care
Declan
about
Rice
the
is a
numbers.
better footballer than Enzo Fernandez.
He's more proven.
He's a better footballer than Enzo Fernandez.
We'll see.
Get out your feelings, bro.
We'll
Come
see.
on.
We'll
He's,
see.
he's more proven. And just don't be upset because Mason
Arsenal
Mount
did
and
need him,
Declan
though.
Rice tried. No, they did.
They
need him.
did
Don't get
need
me
him.
wrong. Okay, but I think there's a lot of eyes on Arsenal. They're a scalp, and Chelsea, Liverpool won't be as shit, and United and Newcastle will be better as well. So I think they've improved, but I think everyone else around them is
But
going to
also,
improve as well.
if you lose the league in that fashion, right?
Your bottlers
And
now.
your bottlers, right? And 120 million pounds, and then 69 million pounds from your rivals. It's a signal of intent.
Because
It's a big signal of intent.
it is. It's a ballsy move because Declan Rice has to go legally change his name to £100 million Declan Rice because every time he fucking misplaces a pass.
I'm sure Jack Grealish is going to stop getting drunk now. He's going to be, phew.
Yeah, thank God.
But even Jack Grealish said in one of the interviews after the whole season, he was like, I had to work extra hard because remember he went to that like clubbing phase and he went to a lot of trouble and Pep had to sort him out.
Ask,
He's like, I came with the price tag and I had to show people it was worth it because it was a whole
bruh,
thing.
ask. Some people rise up to the occasion, other people just Maguire it. So
And who else was on that fraud list?
Darwin Núñez.
Darwin Núñez is going to come right. There's something there. I take back what I said about him. You can see it's, but he's going to. Do you know what he reminds me? He's not garbage. He's not garbage.
He's got loan to Spanish club written all over him for next season.
You think so?
Yeah. I think in a Liverpool team that needs to come right and prove and is going to have to play and win every week,
You don't think he's reliable?
he can't carry it. He's not reliable. You're going to need Cody Gakpo, who also thinks are not that great. You got Luis Diaz coming back. You still got Jota is not going to is going to be.
And you got slap. Who signed today?
You know what I mean? I just think there's too much competition to. You know what I mean? Okay, yes, Firmino goes. That's going to be a bit of. I just think that you can't have his being that erratic in a team that needs to deliver every week.
Yeah, and that demanding. Also, you might tell Klopp, listen, your style of football, bruh, you can go shove
I just don't like him. I just think he's a shit player. I've just seen him for so long. He's a shit player. He looks like a good player. He's shit. He's got the tattoos, got the ponytail, runs around a lot.
Mm-hmm. I've just got another quick question for both of you. With Chelsea, with what they have now, right? Who do you... Okay. Who has to... Whose team is it now?
I don't even know. I'll be deadly honest with you. I can't name a Chelsea 11 right now.
Okay, so
Who's the captain
so
right now?
I don't know who's there.
I've-
I can't name a Chelsea 11.
I actually put a list together this morning.
Your
I
midfield
did
squad.
some prep of who's gone out and who's come in on Chelsea. I
Right.
forgot to bring it up earlier.
Could you do an 11? So of everyone that's left. So
And who's captain for? Who's the guy?
Okay.
Chelsea aren't going to buy 5 or 6 players. Now,
Yes.
they've been doing that, right? Name me Chelsea's starting 11, first game of the season. Because I can't tell you who
No,
that is.
I can't. I can tell you who's there, and we can maybe talk about it. Okay, so can I tell you who's come in? Because I also don't have an 11. Remember, I
But have
told
you
you when
seen
we
them
started
play,
this
though?
thing.
Dude, isn't that a problem?
Have
Yeah,
you
it
seen them?
is.
Have you seen them play? Have you
No.
watched them over a course
But this is
That's
the
a
thing.
problem, dude.
This is what I'm saying. So we've had like we discussed earlier, over 4 coaches come in, and
600 million pounds? Yeah.
and it's all different guys coming in, and so there's no chemistry at all. It's just players being bunched up from different managers. So this manager has to stay. Pochettino has to stay. It can't be a year. It can't be 2. It's got to be what we spoke about with Graham Potter, where it was like it's got to be like 4 years. It's got to be the long-term game, right?
It has to be the long term.
It has to be the long-term
Who
game.
partners Thiago Silva?
So-
No,
So-
that's for Fana.
Here's a list of
Fofana,
who's all come in, right?
There's,
I'm going to go
who's
through
it?
quickly.
Rashford's dog.
The-
For Fana, Rashford's dog.
Yeah, I'm surprised he
sure.
hasn't gone yet, actually. But anyway, so arrivals, we've got Christopher Nkunku. We've got Nicholas
Okay,
Jackson, who just signed yesterday. We have Levi Colwell.
Have you seen him play?
No. I'm not going to lie to you, I haven't seen
Have
him
you,
play.
you've probably seen Nkunku play because
Yeah, no, I watched a couple
Nkunku's,
of his.
he's-
He's pretty
But
good.
it could
He's
be-
from Leipzig, right?
yeah, but it could be Timo Werner syndrome.
But I mean, he was signed when Graham Potter was still there, because remember, he had to finish off at Leipzig, and then
Yeah.
he was going to come through in July anyway. So it's not like a new signing. We knew about him. Lewis Hall's obviously come in. Lukaku's going to come back. We have Melo Gusto.
Who's he?
I don't know. He's from Lyon.
Okay. Who's he? Where does he play?
I don't know. This is what I'm saying, Senzo. I don't know. This is all Chelsea fans right now. We just don't know.
I think this is the problem, and Senzo and I, like, we're knowledgeable. We know football.
Yeah.
I cannot name their starting 11.
We only have 2 original players left.
I'll get to 8. They got no midfield.
They barely got a keeper.
They don't even have their
They don't have a captain.
Loftus-Cheek.
Ruben's gone.
Yeah,
He's gone to AC Milan.
he's gone.
So is Captain America.
Yes.
Pulisic
Pulisic is going to Inter. Pulisic
He's going to Milan.
He still wants to go to Inter Milan.
No,
think
he's
it's
going to
AC
Milan.
AC Milan.
AC
Oh,
Milan.
is it?
Milan.
Yeah.
Jay-Z, dog. You forget.
Oh, sorry. I'm thinking
Rock is in the air.
of Pulisic. Pulisic is going to Miami.
No, he's going to Milan.
No, Milan.
Is he?
Yes.
He's going to Milan.
Oh.
HE Milan.
HE Milan.
Oh, my bad.
Rossoneri.
I haven't caught up on
Chelsea
that.
got no midfield, man.
I think the only people that I know
Do you think?
from the original squad
Do you think Poch is going to take Lukaku's nonsense?
Pochettino.
He's
No.
definitely not.
No, listen, Lukaku can't go back there. He's
No.
Yeah, he's burnt his bridges.
he's done.
Yeah, no Chelsea.
Who's your squad captain?
It's going to be Kepa.
Man,
No, it's going to be James. It's going to be Reece James.
For now.
okay.
No, it'll be Reece James.
Until Pep says,
Because it's only him
can't
and
play for me.
Chilwell left. Because Azpilicueta
Can't
was
play-
signed off this morning.
Reece
He's
James.
gone.
Listen, talking about a Chelsea starting lineup, we may as well start talking about unicorns because nobody even knows if they exist. This has been Working Title FC. It's been good being back in the pod with you boys. We gotta get Senzo a microphone so that we don't always have to wait in the studio. I shared one here. I took it home to send to you.
okay.
Didn't know you're coming. I'll get it to you.
I'll come by this week and get it from you.
We're going to try go on more weekly, and we're going to be live on Twitter Spaces while we do it as well, just to add that fun element.
See
But
what
we're going to be
happens.
on the pod.
You
You
know?
know?
What if
We got to do more until Ryan gets poached. Watch this space.
what if we pull a Macron, bro?
And burn the place down.
No, and say
No more Twitter.
no fly zone. Anyway, it was fun, lads.
Ryan's gonna get
Good time.
poached. It's coming.
All right, guys. We'll see you on the next one.